I swear to God, the world doesn't need another rupee copycat. The world doesn't need another aesthetic sadliner for Instagram likes. It needs you. It needs your voice, your strange thoughts, your messy truths. So let's talk about how to actually start as a poet without losing yourself. When I started writing poetry, I thought my poems had to sound more poetic. By this, what I mean is I just have to use big metaphors, big words I won't actually use in real life. That's fucked, I know. And I'll be real with you, most of these poems I wrote in my early stage, they are very unreadable. Because no one could understand what I'm trying to say, not even me, trust me. But the shift happened about like how I was writing before and how I'm writing now was when I wrote actually something so blunt, which sounded something like, Mom, I wish I could tell you your love burns me when you promised warmth. And this is something I wrote after an actual fight with my mom, and surprisingly, it connected with you people. And here's my first piece of advice based on this. Stop trying to be profound, stop trying to perfect everything, because your poems should sound more like you, even if it's messy, even if it's awkward. So at the end of the day, being authentic is going to take you farther rather than being a polished poet. Okay, so let's talk about Instagram, because I know a lot of young poets are sharing their work there. Instagram is amazing because it gives you access to readers all around the world, but it also makes you feel like you have to write like everyone else. Short, aesthetic, relatable lines, and your work, your poems sound like everyone else's. Here's the thing, Instagram is a stage. You don't have to shrink your art to fit in it. If your voice is raw, let it be raw. If it's strange, let it be strange. If it's messy, let it be messy. You don't have to contort yourself into whatever's viral this week on Instagram, because the algorithm isn't your audience. Real people are. And real people connect with real people connect with honesty and words. And please don't be embarrassed or don't be afraid to be bad at first. Even your favorite poets, including me, I've had thousands of drafts I would never share with anyone, or you won't ever see, because but all I mean is for you to keep going through the cringe state. Think of it as this way: if you write just one poem a month, you'll have 12 poems at the end of the year to get feedback on. But if you write a messy thing every day, you don't have to judge it, just write it every day. Then you have 365 pieces of work to improve and get feedback on. So, quantity, it makes space for quality. So you can't edit a blank page, but you can always sculpt a raw poem into something new, something better years later. So that's what I want to share with you. Please keep pushing through that cringe state. Don't be afraid of it. Another thing I wish I knew as a poet is you don't need a tragic love story or a heartbreak so big it could fill up a novel to be a poet. I swear, your bus ride to class, the girl chewing gum so loudly next to you, or the shadow your coffee cup makes at 4 a.m. These are all poems waiting for you to notice. So poetry isn't about exaggerating your life, it's about paying attention, and as you write, you would learn, you would know how to observe. You'll never run out of things to write. So let's talk about the word cringe, because I know it stops many of us. First of all, in my head, cringe is basically like someone saying, this person is being so fucking honest without my permission. And if you're writing from your gut, someone is going to feel or call it cringe. So let them, their reactions, it says a lot about their fear of vulnerability rather than it does about your art. So here's the truth: if you are just starting out, your first poems won't actually change the world, but it would change you. They'll teach you how to see things differently, how to connect differently, how to be honest with yourself in ways nothing else will let you. So write badly, write honestly, write like you're not trying to impress a single soul. And one day you would wake up and you would realize that you have become the poet you have searched for. And if you're sharing on Instagram, don't treat it like a box you have to fit inside. Treat it like a mirror, a place to reflect who you already are, not a place to become someone else. And if you ever want someone to walk with you through this journey from finding your voice to navigating Instagram without losing your own self, that's exactly what I do in my coaching. But whether or not you work with me, keep writing. The world needs your words. Don't forget that. Ciao, see you in the next one.